Hey everyone, today's video is about when you get bullied but don't tell him. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. You sit quietly in your classroom, trying your best to ignore the snickers and glares from the students around you. You've always been an easy target for bullies, and today is no exception. You try to keep your head down and focus on your work, but it's hard to concentrate when you feel like everyone is watching you. Hey, look at the loser trying to do their work. One of your classmates sneers. Why bother? You're never going to amount to anything. You grit your teeth and try to ignore the words, but they sting more than you care to admit. You've always struggled with self-esteem, and the constant harassment has only made things worse. You wanted to scream, to lash out, to do something, anything, to make them stop. But you know that won't help. It will only make things worse. As the day wears on, the insults and taunts continue. You try to keep your head down and stay out of everyone's way. But it seems like, no matter what you do, someone is always there to make your life miserable. By the time class is over, you're exhausted and on the verge of tears. You make your way to the locker, trying to ignore the groups of students whispering and pointing as you pass. You're so lost in your own thoughts that you don't even notice when someone comes up behind you. Hey babe, a familiar voice says, and you jump, startled. Katsuki, you stammer, turning your face to your boyfriend. Bakugou Katsuki is the one person who can always instantly make you feel better. He's brash and loud and sometimes a bit of a jerk, but he's also fiercely protective of you, and you know that he'll always have your back. What's wrong? He asks, his expression softening as he takes in your tear-streaked face. I'm fine, you say, trying to put on a brave face. Just had a rough day, that's all. Bakugo narrows his eyes, clearly not buying your excuse. Did someone give you trouble? He asks, his voice dangerously low. You hesitate, not wanting to burden him with your problems. But before you can say anything, Bakugo's already storming off down the hall, his fists clenched at his sides. You follow him, feeling a strange mix of fear and gratitude. Bakugo can be scary when he's angry, but you also know that he won't let anyone hurt you. When he finally stops outside the school, he turns to you and scowls. Who was it? He demands. Who gave you trouble? It's not important, just some stupid kids. You say, trying to brush it off. It's important to me. Bakugo insists, his voice firm. I won't let anyone treat you like shit. You take a deep breath, feeling a strange sense of relief at his words. It was just some kids in my class. They were saying stuff about me, but it's not a big deal. Bakugo does not look convinced, but he doesn't push the issue. Instead, he takes your hand and leads you away from the school. Let's go somewhere. Somewhere we can talk. He says, his voice softening. You follow him, feeling a sense of comfort in his presence. Bakugo can be a bit overbearing at times, but he's also incredibly kind and caring when it comes to you. He knows how to make you feel better, even when you don't want to talk about your problems. As you walked, Bakugo takes your hand and gives it a reassuring squeeze. You don't have to tell me what they said, if you don't want to. But if you ever need to talk, I'm here for you. You nod, feeling a lump form in your throat. You're not used to anyone caring about you like that, let alone someone as strong and confident as Bakugou. After a few minutes of walking, Bakugou leads you to a small park. It's quiet and secluded, with only a few people scattered around benches. Bakugou leads you to a secluded spot and sits down, pulling you down next to him. For a few minutes, you both sit there in silence, enjoying the peace and quiet. Then, Bakugo speaks up. You know I love you, right? He says, his voice soft. You feel your heart swell at his words. You've been dating for a few months now, and while you've never said the words out loud, you both know how you feel about each other. I love you too, you say, feeling a sense of warmth spread through your body. Bakugo smiles, his hand reaching out to brush a stray hair from your face. I hate seeing you upset. I'll do anything to make you feel better. You lean into his touch, feeling a sense of comfort and safety in his embrace. For a few moments, you both sit in silence, just enjoying each other's company. Eventually, you pull away and look up at Bakugo. Thank you, you say, your voice barely above whisper. Bakugo just smiles at you and pulls you close again. Anytime, he says. I'm always here for you, no matter what. The next day at school, you brace yourself for another round of taunts and insults. But as soon as you step into the classroom, you notice that something was different. The students who have been tormenting you the day before are all bandaged up and looking much worse for wear. You make your way to your desk, trying not to draw attention to yourself. But before you can sit down, one of your classmates approaches you, looking apologetic. Hey, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for what we said yesterday. We didn't mean to hurt you. We were just being stupid, she says, her eyes downcast. You're taken aback by her apology, but you also feel a sense of relief. Maybe things can finally start to get better. As the day wears on, more and more of your classmates approach you, apologizing for their behavior. And when lunchtime arrives, you see Bakugo in the crowd, and as soon as he sees you, he smirks. Yep, he definitely has something to do with this. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye!